Next. Hello everyone. So today I want to talk to you a little bit about brumation in lizards, reptiles. It's a little bit like hibernation is for mammals, but it's for reptiles and it's a little bit different. There are some key differences, so I want to clarify that a little bit because brumation can be very scary for pet owners when they don't know what's going on. Your lizard stops eating, stops drinking, and so on. Max is in here. He's been under that log for probably about 4 or 5 weeks now. He's perked up a little bit today. He's kind of out looking around. A couple weeks ago he came out for a minute, so I gave him some water and some food, and he sat under the lamp for he basked for maybe 3 minutes and crawled back into his little hole there. So what brumation is, just like hibernation is for mammals, your lizard's gonna slow his metabolism down in the cooler months because out in the wild the food is scarce when it's cold, and it's too cold for them to digest any food that they might actually find in the wild. So they will go into a little bit of a hibernation and just slowing their heart rate down, slowing down their metabolism, and they just kind of chill out until it gets warmer again. It's winter here. I'm in Canada and it's about -18 degrees, so Max, once it really started to get cold, kind of buried himself up and he's just been chilling out there. The main differences between brumation and hibernation is you kind of do want to make sure your bearded dragon is still getting water and food if you can. If he's not into it, it's not a big deal, but I still offer Max food whenever he wakes up. So usually he's sleeping, his eyes are open right now, but what you'll notice is your bearded dragon will kind of bury themselves in a corner of the tank where it's a bit cooler. They'll close their eyes, they'll just chill out and sleep for a while, maybe open them, look around, and really just not move at all. So when your bearded dragon does become a little bit more alert, what you want to do is offer them some water, because in brumation they do still need to be hydrated, and you can put some food in front of their face and see if they're interested. 9 times out of 10 he's not, but today he did drink some water, which I'm really happy with, and he's kind of just chilling out there looking around. I'm going to offer him some super worms in a minute. Today I highly doubt he will eat them, but we will give it a try. You want to keep your tank running usual times, so you want the heat still high. The reason they still brumate in the winter months, even though the tank is hot all year round, is because it's an internal clock. It's been bred into them that way after years of evolution to go to sleep. So it's kind of like as your bearded dragon becomes an adult, they go, oh yeah, I need to hibernate. It's just an internal thing, and not all bearded dragons will do this. You might be a lucky one where your bearded dragon doesn't scare the shit out of you once a year, or twice a year sometimes, because that's the other thing. Brumation can also happen in the summer months because bearded dragons come from Australia, and as you might or might not know, their winter and summer are opposite of us. So your bearded dragon could really brumate at any time, but Max, it seems like as soon as it gets cold, that's when he starts to want to slow down a little bit. So yeah, make sure your temperatures in the tank are still okay. Don't worry too much if he's in the cooler part of the tank. As long as it doesn't drop below like 70 degrees, you're okay. And what I do and what they recommend to do is, just like in the winter, you want to make the daylight a little shorter. So I have Max on some timers. In the summer, he gets about 14 hours of daylight. And then in the winter, I turn it down to about 10 hours of daylight just to make it just like winter outside. There's shorter daylight. And you also, like I said, you want to offer food and water whenever they're alert. Don't force them to come out. If you see they're a little bit more active, you can take them out, maybe give them a bath if you'd like, if your bearded dragon doesn't drink water, which I have a video for that, how to teach your dragon to drink water. I can link it down below. But yeah, just make sure they're comfortable. Don't worry, as long as your lighting is okay, your UVB is okay, your calcium is okay, and you have a healthy lizard, brumation's nothing to worry about. Of course, lethargy and dormancy can be signs of other illnesses, but if you have a healthy lizard and everything else in your tank is fine, chances are your bearded dragon is just brumating. So let it run its course. Max usually brumates anywhere from, well, it can be as short as 2 or 3 weeks. He's been like that sometimes for 2 months, and he just kind of comes out of it one day. You'll see him sitting on his basking post, and he's like, all right, I'm good to go. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, I know brumation can be a terrifying thing when it first happens. Just like the eye bulge. I have a video on that as well if you'd like to see it. I'll link it down below. It just kind of stops your heart and you're like, oh my god, like why is my bearded dragon not moving and not eating and not drinking water or pooping? But yeah, everything is okay. Just let it run its course. Make sure he's comfortable. Give him lots of pets. And tell him you love him. If you have any questions, let me know. I'd be happy to answer them. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Subscribe if you haven't already. And we'll see you guys for the next video. Thanks!